on? Am I on? Hey everybody. I think I'm tuned. Right. Hi everybody. How are you? It's good to see everyone. I know this is an interesting time, so I'm happy that we're all here and we're all able to flow a little bit together. So I hope this is working. I'm using my computer right now, so I think we're good. All right, so welcome to our flow class, and I've been sharing a couple different essential oils that I'd love to share with you guys today. But if you have frankincense or any grounding oils, that would be lovely. I'm using frankincense right here. It's really supportive for a sense of grounding and a sense of calming and relaxation. So my name's Meg. I teach this normal Tuesday class at noon. So if you're out there and you're regular or you're new, thanks for being here. Let's go ahead and place the drop in your non-dominant hand. And if you have any other oils, whether they're grounding or not, feel free to use them. Peppermint and lavender are kind of the go-tos for people. So you can also just slather those on your feet, soles of your feet. And let's just go ahead and swirl it around. We'll take some deep breaths. Right, and then let's find a comfortable seat. So whether you have a block or bolster or a pillow, go ahead and sit on that and release your glutes out so that your hips ground down. Lift through your chest, close your eyes, and take a couple deep breaths. Take some time to really recognize your energy. And just notice your natural breathing. And once you feel or find a little more clarity and awareness toward your breath, now I invite you to tap into your Ujjayi breathing. So this is the breath of yoga as you inhale through your nose and then exhale through your nose. You can start to build this gentle rhythm and the breath body that really becomes this flow, the music of your practice. So as you start to feel these connections of breath, I invite you to now place your left palm on your heart and your peace fingers at your third eye. So our connection of heart, compassion, self-love, self-healing, forgiveness and kindness, and then our source for insight and wisdom. And as we connect these two of heart and mind, we can build this bridge of love, this source for kindness, so that especially during these uncertain times, we can continue to come back to this love and trust for our hearts, this connection to kindness. And ultimately, as we serve ourselves and we fill up our own cups, which most of us can do right now, especially in our isolation or these quarantine days and times, we can really tune in. We can really check in with this reflection of ourselves. And take about 3 more deep breaths just to feel out your heart connection, or you might even choose an intention that serves you or someone else, or even just this energy that we can send out to the universe, to each other, for healing and health, for peace and harmony, especially for those that are moving through really difficult and challenging, traumatic times. Take 1 more deep breath in. Open your mouth. Release your palms. Go ahead and stretch, reach your arms up and overhead. Allow your fingertips to connect and touch. And then exhale, release the arms back down. Inhale, lengthen your arms up and over. And then lean over to your left. Place your right palm down. Start to bend into the top elbow. Good, come back into center, re-extend, arms up and over, and then lean, reach over to your right. Feel a side body stretch from the armpits throughout the hip. Come back to center, lengthen the arms up and over, and then take your gentle twist over to your right. So left fingertips wrap around the front knee. And untwist arms up, fingertips touch, and over to your left. Re-extend the arms up. Place your palms on your knees or your thighs. Now take cow pose. Allow the chest, the heart to open, even the throat can open. And then dome and round. Curl your chin, tuck through your tailbone, fill the back of your heart. Lengthen your arms, your heart up and over, and then dome and round. Last one. Neutral spine. Now draw big circles with your torso. Try to keep your hip bones rooted down. In another direction. All right, come forward into your tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We'll start to move through your cat-cows, dipping the belly, lengthening your heart. And then dome around. A couple more. Really allowing your spine, your hips and pelvis to warm up, to awaken. Neutral spine. Now draw big circles with your hips way over to one side and then way over to the other. And then find your center. Walk your knees back a couple inches. Lift the hips. Press back into downward facing dog. So you can deeply bend your knees or pedal your feet. Feel your toes spread wide, your fingers spread wide. Allow the biceps to spiral away from your ears. Feel this lift in this highest peak of your hips and your pelvis. Navel pulls in. Take 2 more deep breaths. And then gaze forward. Walk your feet behind your wrists. Come into ragdoll pose. So your knees can bend quite a bit. Still your torso toward your thighs. Nestle your pinky fingers and your elbow creases and sway a little bit from side to side. Relaxing your neck and your head. Release the arms, place left fingertips down, reach right arm up towards the sky. You can bend into your left, charge through the right from the pinky toe edge, out and up through the IT band and the glutes. Release, bend into the right, charge through the left, lengthening through your sternum again, your heart space. And release, place your palms to hips, knees can bend. Inhale, rise, come all the way up to center, to standing. Stretch, reach arms up and overhead, and then palms come to heart. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, fold forward, bow down, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, palms to shins at first. Back of your neck nice and long. Release your fingertips down, step your left leg way back, lower to your back knee. Round to the front, reach right arm up towards, arms up towards the sky. Pulse your hips front to back a couple times. Keep the back toes curled under. Push into the front leg, dip your torso forward, flexing and lengthening through your front leg. You can even fan the toes, but just gently tug the front heel way back and lengthen back. Now left fingertips down or in a block, reach right arm up towards the sky. Twirl your top wrist one direction and the other. Steer your front toes out towards the right, towards the side wall. And then again, tug the heel back, getting way up into the hip. And release down. Call forward into your low lunge, back knee lifts. Left fingers down, again, right arm up. And there's little to no weight in your bottom fingertips. More attention into your strong legs, the back ball mound. Release the palm, pyramid variation, hips up to the sky. You can rise high to your fingertips or use your blocks for support. Find your lunge, ground your palms, step back to plank pose. In your plank, your shoulders stack right over wrists, shift forward an inch, everyone lower to your knees. Anchor the toes, shift another inch forward, chaturanga, elbows pinned to your ribs, come all the way down. Toes stay rooted, gentle cobra, back of your neck nice and long, elbows point back. Exhale, release your chin, curl the toes, push up to your plank pose, or tabletop to plank, and then exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Couple breaths. All right, bottom of your exhale, gaze forward, lightly step or walk, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Rise, come all the way up to Tadasana. Exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward, bow down to Uttanasana. Halfway lift, and step your right leg way back, lower to your back knee. Stack your front knee over your ankle, ground, rise up to modified crescent lunge. Again, pulse your hips front to back a couple times. Breathing into the right hip flexor, but staying really engaged through your legs. So you're not just hanging out or letting the hips completely reach forward. And straighten out the front leg, dip your sternum forward. Try to keep your right hip stacked over the knee. You might shimmy the front heel forward a couple inches. Tug the whole leg back. Breathe into your hamstrings. And right palm or fingertips down. Reach top arm up and over. Twirl your top wrist one direction and the other. And release, crawl forward into your low lunge, back knee lifts. Again, the right palm down, reach left arm up. Release down, pyramid variation, hips up to the sky. Again, you can micro bend in the knees, flex through the front foot. Find your low lunge, ground your palms under your shoulders, step back to plank pose. Shift forward an inch, full chaturanga. If you need to lower to your knees, do so. Lower halfway, elbows pinned to your ribs. Inhale to upward facing dog. Shoulders stack over wrists. The thighs are lifted. Collarbones broaden. Legs, calves engaged. Exhale, curl the toes. Press back to downward facing dog. Couple breaths. One more breath. Bottom of your exhale, gaze forward, step, hop, or float, top of your mat. And halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. This time feet touch. Little sliver of space between your heels. Chair pose, Utkatasana. So sink down nice and low. Make sure your knees stack over the ankles. You can see your toes. Open twist to the right. Palms face the sky. Keep your knees level to the top of your mat. Scoop down, come back up, inhale, open twist to your left. Broadening through your chest and collarbones. Scoop down, come back up. Exhale, swing your arms back behind. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades in, pull your navel in. Stretch, reach your arms forward, frame your face. Now elevate your heels. Balance on your tippy toes, feel your glutes engage. Rising high, keeping your knees bent. Fingertips lengthen up, nice curvy spine, curvy body. Root your heels down, stand tall, inhale, bend your elbows, open your heart and mouth. Inhale, rise, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, and fold, widen your feet, hips with distance, peace finger your big toes like little hooks. Create a half lift, lengthen. Exhale to fold forward, bow forward, elbows go out, chin curls inward lastly. Couple more breaths. All right, release your toes, ground your palms, step back to plank pose. Optional vinyasa, chaturanga, or skip it. Inhale, our up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, reach your right leg to the sky, bend your knee, open your hip, and draw big circles in and out. And then re-extend, square your hips, step it all the way through to lunge. Find your feet at hips with distance. Root down, rise up to high lunge or crescent lunge. Good, so if you know you need to lower to your back knee, feel free to do so. It's all about foundation. Feet stay hips width. Lean your torso forward just a little bit. Palms come through heart. Revolve crescent to your right. Left elbow hooks to the outside of the knee. So elbow into knee, knee into elbow. Try to elevate your torso up and off from your right front leg or thigh. Broaden through your chest and collarbones. Take 2 more breaths. Untwist, frame your front foot, palms come down. Hips to the sky again, pyramid variation. Breathing in your hamstrings. Find your low lunge, gaze forward. Spring forward to a gentle standing splits. 1 or 2 steps to lift your back leg up and off. You can use the block, the floor. Empower your left glutes to lift the heel higher. Maybe wrap one or both palms around the ankle or the shin. And exhale, left foot meets your right. Uttanasana, feet touch again. Chair pose, Utkatasana, sink low, lengthen up. This time exhale, palms through heart. Prayer twist to your right, left elbow hooks. Taking this opportunity to rinse out, to create a little space. 1 more breath. And untwist, bow down, Uttanasana. Toe your feet hips with distance, palms to shins. Knees can bend, lead with your heart. Inhale, rise, come all the way up to Uttanasana. And exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, arms up. Fold forward, bow forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Plant palms, step back to plank. Vinyasa, your version. Chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip, draw your big circles again, in and out. And square your hips. Exhale, step through to lunge. Find your feet, stack your knee over your ankle, rise up, high lunge, crescent lunge. Again, if you need to lower to your back knee, feel free to do so. Make sure your front knee stacks over your ankle. Lean your torso forward just a little bit. Now exhale, palms through heart, revolve crescent to your left, right elbow hooks. So again, if you're feeling wobbly in any way, feel free to lower to the knee. But try to create a straight line, either from the back knee up through the crown of your head, or the back heel up through the crown of your head. Pull your navel in. 1 more breath. Untwist as you exhale, frame your front foot. Pyramid variation, hips to the sky again. You might go deeper in your hamstrings. Find your lunge, gaze forward, spring forward 1 or 2 steps to launch and lift. Again, using your block for support. Maybe wrapping 1 or both palms around the ankle or the shin. 1 more breath. And exhale, right foot meets your left, bow down. Feet touch, chair pose, Utkatasana, sink low, lengthen up. Exhale, palms through heart, prayer twist to your left, right elbow hooks. So again, spread the weight out evenly from the 8 points of your feet. Can your top shoulder soften down and away from your ear? 1 more breath. And untwist, bow down, toe your feet hips with distance. Flip your palms up towards the sky, gorilla pose. Slide your palms underneath your feet so your toes kiss the creases of your wrists. Halfway lift, lengthen, and then fold to bow forward. Elbows bow out, chin curls inward. Couple more breaths. Right. Release your feet, palms to hips, knees bend. Inhale, rise. Come all the way up, stretch arms up. Exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, arms up. Fold forward, bow, Uttanasana. halfway lift, and plant your palms. Try to step that opposite leg back that you don't normally do. Chaturanga, up dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach right leg up to the sky. So a little bit of core, knee to nose, dome and round. We extend right leg to the left elbow for the tricep. Inhale, right leg to the right elbow or tricep. Inhale, right leg, step it through to lunge. Spin your back foot flat, open it up to warrior two. Warrior two. So you have this heel to arch alignment. Check in that your knee is stacked over your ankle. It's not in front of your ankle. And then really try to squeeze your feet toward one another. Soften the shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach forward, extended side angle, elbow to the thigh or the inside. Or top arm can take that half bind variation or full bind. But really honor that your upper body and low body are the same plane. You're not collapsing forward. The bottom side of your heart is reaching, lifting up skyward. Arm variation, slowly release. Reverse your warrior. So stay low in your front leg. Breathe through the right ribs. One more deep breath. And windmill, arms down. Low lunge. Widen your palms or your foot, front foot for runner's lunge. So toe your foot to the top right corner of your mat. You can stay up on the palms or use your block, perhaps lower down to your elbows, your forearms. You can lower all the way down to the ground, elbows to the ground. And then up to you. You can also either lift the back knee up and off a little more active, or your back knee can lower. You can even bend your back knee and slide your back knee, kind of track the back knee forward. Front knee can tug back like you're slicing your mat down the center. All right, we'll rise back up to your palms, left palm down or on a block. Reach right arm up and back for your back toes. Guide the heel to the outer left side of your hip. Tuck through the left ribs. Try to blend not only a twist, but a bit of a heart opener. Release your back toes. Low lunge. So now back knee lifts again. Pyramid variation, hips to the sky. Again, you can use your blocks, floor. Find your low lunge again, standing splits, one or two steps to launch and lift. So you might go a little deeper this time. You might wrap palms around the ankle or the shin. One more breath. And slowly step it way back to low lunge. Ground your palms. Reverse the crunch as you sweep your right leg up and back. Three-legged downward dog. Bend the knee, open up through your hip. Try your big circles in and out. And downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, reach left leg up to the sky. A little bit of core. Knee to nose, dome and around. Inhale, left leg to the right elbow. Inhale, left leg to the left. Inhale, left leg. And step it through to lunge. Back foot spins flat. Warrior two, rise up. Again, checking in your foundation, heel to arch. Gazing beyond your front fingers. Thinking of squeezing your feet inward. Reach forward as you inhale, extended side angle, elbow to the thigh or inside. Again, bottom ribs tuck under. You can take your half bind, perhaps your full bind. So that upper body and low body are in that same plane. Glutes are still powered on and working. Arm variations release. Reverse warrior. Breathe through your front ribs. Little to no weight in your back fingertips. Take one more breath. Exhale, windmill arms to runner's lunge again. Toe your foot up into the top left corner. Either staying on the palms or coming down, choosing your variation. Back knee can lift, back knee can lower. I like to bend the back knee and track the back knee forward. Even your elbows, your forearms can ground down to tug your sternum forward. A little different hip, glute variation and stretch. One more breath. And slowly let's rise back up to your palms. We'll lift your back knee up and off, or keep the back knee down rather. Quad stretch, right palm down. Open your back toes. Open your back shoulder. Guide the toes inward. Again, blend that twist with a bit of a heart opener. Release your back toes, back knee lifts. Toe your front foot to the center of your mat again. Back to that pyramid variation. Find your lunge. Ground again, standing splits, 1 or 2 steps. To launch and lift using the block, your version. Right glutes lifting, engaging to lift the heel just a little higher. And slowly release the palms, track the toes way, way back, palms under shoulders. Reverse the crunch as you sweep left leg up and back. Bend the knee, open up through your hip. Draw your big circles in and out. And downward dog. Optional vinyasa, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Last 2 breaths. Nice. All right, and this time lift to reach your right leg up to the sky as you inhale. And step it through to lunge. Back foot spins flat about a quarter turn out. Rise up to warrior 1. So you can start with your palms to hips in your warrior 1. Your shoulders square forward, hips square forward. Stretch, reach your arms up and over as it's comfortable. You can always stretch arms forward if it's tight on your shoulders, or even interlace your fingers. Lean your torso forward a little bit. Again, think of the glutes doing a lot of the work. And then thumbs and pinkies out, like we're flowing like low oceanic waves. Exhale, swim your arms back behind. Inhale, come back up. Little back bend. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Good. This time, swim your arms back behind. Interlace your fingers. Squeeze the heels of your palms. Open your chest and your heart. Humble your warrior. Torso drapes on your thigh. Nestle the side body inward toward your front thigh. Head hangs heavy. Knuckles float away. Round to your front. Slowly rise. Come back up. Lengthen your arms up and over. Straighten out your front leg. And then walk your back foot forward a couple inches. Hips stay squared forward. You can micro bend your knees as you need to or get your blocks handy, but lengthen your chest and your heart. Hinge forward, create a flat spine first. Go ahead and stop just before your torso dips beneath your pelvis. You can either interlace fingers or stretch the arms. Try to create a straight line of energy from the fingertips down through your tailbone. And then exhale, release your torso toward your front leg. Curl your chin inward, massaging your throat, 5th chakra, your thyroid. And then you can get your block or blocks handy, placing the block underneath your left shoulder. Lengthen your chest, your heart up. Left palm underneath your shoulder, right palm to the right hip. Start to tuck through your left ribs, opening your chest toward the side wall. Staying here or reaching right arm up towards the sky. Squeeze through your upper inner thighs. Good, all right, now upper body stays as is. Gaze down, revolve half moon, so 1 or 2 steps to launch and lift back foot. Lifts up and off. Again, use your left glutes to lift the heel higher. Try to create a straight line from torso through your upper body. Gaze down, release your right palm. This time you'll chamber your left floating leg behind your right. And then you'll step it, lunge it way, way back. Round your palms, under shoulders. Again, sweep your right leg up and back. Bend the knee, open the hip. Re-extend, we'll sweep your knee through for your pigeon pose. So in your pigeon, your front knee is either square forward or go where it feels comfortable for your knee or hips. Your back toes aren't curled in or sickled in. If you know it's best to go on your back, please do that too to protect your knee or hips. You can also wedge a block. And then either stay up on the palms or come on down to your elbows or your forearms. The back thigh can tuck forward, front knee can tuck back a little bit. And breathe. If you have any more essential oils, which I always do in my person, there's actually a really lovely blend called Stress Away, which I'll use. It's a blend of balsam copaiba, cedarwood, lime, vanilla, ocotea, and lavender. So you can even just open the bottle and give yourself a nice little sniff. Our sense of smell links us to our limbic brain, olfactory system, so it's our source for fight or flight, or emotional and hormonal regulation and response. So we invite good smelling plants, aromas. You can shift your mindset. All right, when you're ready, rise back up to your palms, curl your back toes, sweep right leg up and back. Three-legged down dog, bend the knee, shake it out, and downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Optional vinyasa, chaturanga, or skip it. Up dog or cobra, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale, reach left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step through to that bit of a wider stance. Anchor your back foot flat. Rise up to warrior one. Again, hips square forward. You can start palms to hips and encourage your back thigh to spiral in. Pull your navel in. Lean your torso forward a little bit and then choose any arms. Out, up, perhaps interlace fingers. Couple breaths. Spreading the weight out evenly to the back foot, front foot. Now separate your arms, thumbs in, pinkies out. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, swim your arms back behind like that seagrass or seaweed. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. This time, exhale, swim your arms behind. Take that opposite interlace. Lengthen heart up. Hinge forward. Humble warrior. Nestling your side body inward toward your inner thigh. Knuckles float up and off as it's comfortable. 2 more breaths. Release the arms. Inhale, arms back up and over. Straighten out your front leg. Walk your back foot forward a couple inches again. Preparing for your pyramid pose. So leveling your hips as best you can. You can interlace fingers and then, or keep them shoulder width distance. Hinge forward to that flat spine. Crown of head down through your fingertips. One more deep breath. If it feels better to bend the knees, do so. Exhale, release the arms. Frame your front foot. You can curl your chin inward, but really get into the hamstrings here. You can get your block or bolster handy, a can of soup. Find your half lift to lengthen. Right palm underneath right shoulder, left palm to left hip. Tuck through the under right ribs. Start to stack your shoulders. Option to reach top arm up to the sky. Squeeze your upper inner thighs like you're holding a pencil internal rotation. Upper body stays as is. Bend into the front knee. You can take your block with you. Revolve half moon. Back foot launches up and off. Again, if it feels better to bend the front knee, standing foot, do so. But really use the glutes. Invite the twist through the spine. Lift through the heart. One more breath. Gaze down. Release your palms. Chamber the right knee behind your left. Ground the palms. Step it, lunge it way back. Sweep left leg up and back. Three-legged down dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Draw your big circles. Re-square the hips. Exhale to your pigeon pose. So again, knee toward the front wrist. Back toes point directly behind you. You can start up tall, lift your heart, or come on down. If you know it's best, like for me, on your back, feel free to do so in a figure four position. Your front foot, left leg over your right. Flexing through both feet. Either interlacing fingers behind your hamstring, the shin. You can even cradle the front ankle. All right, and then slowly we'll rise. Come back up to your palms. If you are on your back, go ahead and root the palms, sweeping left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Bend the knee, open it up. Big circles. Downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, reach right leg to the sky. Step it through to lunge. Back foot spins flat. Back to warrior two. So again, shoulders stacked. You might go deeper again. Deeper this time. Straighten out your front leg. Back hip faces forward. Just a smidge. Separate the arms. Reach forward for triangle. Right palm to your shin, your block. Maybe the floor, the ankle. Tuck through the bottom ribs again. Arms can stay here. You can take a half bind. Bottom arm can float up and off. Both arms can frame your face. Arm variation, slowly release. Top palm to the top hip. Gaze down, move into half moon. So now again, one or two steps to launch, back foot up and off. Make sure the top shoulder is stacked over the wrist. Flex through your floating foot. Gaze starts down first. Eventually you can reach the gaze out or up. Top arm can float up. You can stay here or bend into the top foot, floating foot, kick back, take your quad stretch. Re-extend the arm and the leg. Gaze down. Transition, smooth transition to your warrior two, back to warrior two. Take your block with you, back to warrior two. Now straighten out your front leg, parallel your feet. You can move your block on the ground. Separate the arms and either interlace the fingers back behind you, squeeze opposite elbows or reverse namaskar. Lengthen your chest, your heart, breathe in and then hinge forward. Come all the way down. Shift the weight toward your toes. You can release your arm variation, palms underneath your shoulders. And then make contact, whether you touch the crown of your head to the block, crown of your head to the floor. But I invite you to really just get out of your head and into a little bit of grounding and slowing down. can even micro bend in the knees a little bit to root the knife edges or the pinky toes down to breathe through your IT bands, the calves. Push down, find a half lift in your heart. Right palm underneath your face or the block, reach left arm up towards the sky. Try to create a tall, straight spine. You can take a half bind, top palm to hip, in your hip or inner hip crease. Re-extend, release, left palm down, right arm lengthens up. And top palm to top hip or inner left hip crease. Re-extend the arm and release. Palms to hips, knees can bend. Lead with your heart, rise, come all the way up to center, standing. Stretch, reach your arms. Now your left toes point forward, opposite direction. Find your warrior two. You might go a little deeper this time. Now straighten out your front leg, back hip faces forward a smidge. Separate the arms, reach forward, triangle pose on this side, whether you use the block, floor, the shin, bottom, left arm down, right arm up. Now really ground your feet, spiral from your torso, lots of core. You can stay here or take your half bind, bottom arm can float. Maybe both arms frame your face. Arms back to that 12 and 6. Gaze down. You can shorten your stance as you need to. Transition to your half moon. So again, the shoulder stacks over the wrist. Gaze comes down first. Make sure your standing rooted toes point forward. And you can see almost your floating toes in your peripheral vision. Use your core, your glutes to lift the heel. Maybe challenge the gaze. Perhaps take that leg variation, kicking back, reaching for your top foot, opening through the quad, the glutes. All right, arm variations, leg variations, slowly release, gaze down, transition back to your warrior two. You can leave your block there. Nice transitions, you guys. Straighten out the front leg, heels in, toes out this time. So we'll move on to horse pose. Heels and toes out, sink your hips low, place your palms to your knees or your thighs. Dip one shoulder in, and then the other. Then we'll flow through a little bit of kind of energy grounding flow. So palms face the sky. As you exhale, draw your elbows in, parallel your feet, dome out through your spine like a cat pose. And then we'll rise up to your star. So your heels in, toes out. Lengthen your arms up and over. Exhale to horse. Bend the elbows or goddess pose. Elbows bend in, heart opens, and then stick out your tongue. Inhale back to star. Parallel your feet. Exhale, dome and round into that cat pose. Two more. Inhale, heels in, toes out, star. Exhale. Inhale, parallel the feet. Exhale. Last one. Heels in, toes out. Exhale. Inhale, star. This time, parallel the feet. Again, interlace fingers back behind or choose your arms. Open your chest, heart, and then hinge forward. Bow forward. Now I invite you to choose any inversion that feels good for you today with your head below your heart. So if you're already here, you are already here, head below heart. This is great. Inviting that fresh oxygen and blood flow to move to the brain, giving you that happy serotonin hormone. If you'd like to move on to crow pose, you can do that. You can move on to handstand, tripod headstand. I love to take the handstand hops. So grounding your palms underneath your shoulders, spreading the fingers wide, narrow your stance, bend into your knees, and take little hops. But think of a really quiet landing, so it really doesn't matter how high you hop, right? And then really flex through your feet like you're flexing and kicking your feet up on the ceiling. You might extend the legs. Try to find a really quiet descent. We will meet back in that wide-legged stance. Now find your half lift in your heart. Now steer your left toes out about a quarter turn. Drape your torso toward your front leg. Now twist right palm down either to the shin, the ankle, the outer pinky toe, left arm up. You can bend into the front knee as you need to. Try to create a flat, straight spine rather than rounding or doming out. Come back to center. Through your center, parallel the feet. Now right toes point a quarter turn. Drape your torso toward your front right leg. Left palm to the outer ankle, the shin, the pinky toe edge, right arm up. And slowly release. Find your center again. Palms to hips, knees bend. Inhale, rise, come all the way back up. Right toes forward, back to warrior two on the side. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, windmill arms around your palms. Step to plank, optional. Final vinyasa. Up dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. 3 cleansing breaths. Last one. And shift forward to your plank pose. Plank. Shift another inch forward. Chaturanga all the way down to your belly. All the way down. Zip up your legs. Toes stay rooted down. Elbows point upward. Lengthen your chest and your shoulders up and only. Maybe have your palms an inch or so. Toes stay rooted. Back of your neck long. Lift through your chest, your heart. And slowly release. Gaze to your right, or rather your left, right cheek down. Relax your hips, relax your glutes. You can sway them from side to side. And chin lowers. Bend your knees. Capture the outsides of your feet like you're squeezing a block in between your thighs. Ground, lift your chest and shoulders up and off. Internally rotate your thighs. Lift your heart space up and off again. And slowly release. Opposite direction. Relax your legs. You can bend your knees and sway your heels from side to side. Relaxing in your low back. And chin lowers. Push up to your tabletop, and then let's just press back to child's pose. So toes touch, knees can reach out as wide as you'd like, or more narrow and toward your side. Relax your arms down. Feel some length and stretch at your low back, your glutes. Take 3 deep breaths. And then slowly rise, come back up. Let's go ahead and make your way to your seat. You can curl your knuckles under, swing your legs through, whatever works to get your bum onto the floor. And then release your glutes out. Micro bending your knees as much as you need to create a tall, flat spine. Stretch your arms up and then reach forward. Seated forward fold. Grab a hold of your feet, bending your knees as much as you need to get there. You can even just give yourself a little foot massage or kind of dome and round through your upper back. And as you allow your fingertips to touch the knife edges of your feet, you can start to squeeze your palms up through your ankles and your calves like you're squeezing out a bar of soap. You might take a different line, running your fingers up your knees, behind your knees, up through your quads, up to the hip flexors. Run your fingers beneath your sacrum, upper glutes, low back. Lean your torso forward, curl your knuckles, and take little taps through your upper glutes, as high as you can go up your back. And then take 3 swipes down your legs, like you're dusting off whatever you can let go of. Sit up nice and tall, take a deep breath in. Open mouth. Shuffle your weight forward just a little bit. Lift your palms, flip them up towards the sky, and slowly lower all the way down, 1 vertebra at a time. Once you're down, stretch your arms up and overhead, lengthen your legs forward, take a deep breath in, let it go. And then have your knees in toward your chest and your heart. Make sure your back of your neck is nice and long, so tuck your chin a little bit. And just take those separate circles. Open the knees up wide and switch directions. Now ground your feet close to your glutes with your toes pigeon toeing in, fingertips touch the back of your heels. Preparing for bridge pose. So as you ground through your feet, peel your pelvis up and off. Shuffle your shoulders in a whole lot. You might interlace your fingers underneath. Sending your knuckles toward your heels. Creating a little space from your chin to your throat. Inviting back of your neck nice and long. One more deep breath. Lift your heels, release the arms, slowly lower all the way down, 1 vertebra at a time. Lift your knees to touch, feet wider than your hips. Flatten your whole low back out. Try to create this really neutralized spine. And then hug your knees into your chest. Now extend your left leg long and gather your right knee in toward your right shoulder and your armpit. Rotate your right ankle 1 direction, the other. Guide your knee over your body, your left palm, supine twist, right shoulder stays sealed down, gazing over to the right. And taking time to really honor your breaths. Visualize the breaths in, creating a lot of length. Inviting in new beginnings, a sense of healing, and the exhale breaths help to rinse away and to cleanse, to let go of fear and worry, challenge, disease. Exhale, draw your knees back into center. Extend the right, hug your left knee, cradle it in toward your left shoulder, your ribs. Rotate left ankle 1 direction and the other. And then again, guide your knee up and over. With your right, left shoulder seals down, gazing left. And again, reconnecting with breath, especially if you've lost it. Feel any disconnect, try to tune into it right now, especially as we start to close our practice. Slowly come back into center using your core and your exhale breath. Hug your knees back into center. Tuck your chin so the back of your neck is long. Let's take happy baby, stacking your feet over your knees, knees nice and wide. You can rock from side to side, straddle or straighten 1 leg or the other. And then go ahead and hug your knees in toward your heart. Give yourself a nice loving embrace. Take a full belly breath in. And release. Relax to your final pose, Shavasana. So get nice and comfortable. You can shuffle your shoulders in a little bit to lift your heart. Tuck your chin so the back of your neck is long. You might cozy up with a blanket or sweatshirt, socks. But allow your eyes to close and really feel the weight of your body melt into the earth. Take as many cleansing breaths to allow this complete relaxation to drape all over you. Feel every cell in your body just to surrender. Feel your natural breaths take over, and then with each breath out, you just become heavier and heavier. Your body melts into the earth. The earth is nourishing every part of you on a cellular, subtle body level, giving you all of the reminders, the attention, the love, the healing, the health that you need to explore inner harmony and balance. And as you explore your own authentic meditation, you might even tune back into your intention that you set at the beginning of this practice. You might just be sending off some good energy, good love and healing for those that especially need it most on this global level. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, rotate your wrists, ankles. If you would like to stay here for as long as you'd like, please, I invite you to do so. If you're ready to reawaken, slowly wake up your body. Stretching your arms up and overhead, your legs forward. Take a full belly breath in. Let it go. Bend into your knees. Slowly roll onto one side in a supported fetal position, using your bottom arm like a pillow, the top one to connect you down to the earth. The earth that is healing so much right now. In this space of stillness, this huge pause where we have the time to go inward even deeper. And even in the times of darkness or trauma or this quiet space, I really invite you to find or continue to explore a little more comfort and harmony within. And slowly rise up to your seats. You might sit on your block, bolster if that's comfortable. Try to create a really lifted, tall spine. Releasing the glutes, grounding through your pelvis, lifting with your heart. Close your eyes. Check in with your energy now. Stretch, reach your arms up and over. Connect palms to prayer, rest them at your hearts. Gently bowing toward your beautiful heart in honor of this heart practice and your constant tuning up with your heart. Especially now, more than ever, can you continue to love yourself more? Can you forgive yourself? Can you look at the darkness and the shadows and accept and appreciate all that makes you, you? Reach your palms to your third eye. Just finding that connection of heart and mind to continue to come from a place of love so that we can love others from a real, true, authentic place. And palms rise to the crown in honor of our higher path and the source. And wherever we are guided, we will continue to grow and evolve. And we'll bow to the earth with love and light. I thank each and every one of you guys. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Lovely to flow with you this afternoon. Drink a lot of water. Use your oils. Take good care. Take a lot of rests when you can. And I will talk to you guys very soon. And hopefully see you next week, of course. Great to flow with you guys. Have a lovely rest of your day. And we'll tune in later. Mhm.